Hello guys, welcome to today's video, and today we're doing the charge blade. Now this video took a little bit longer to do because one, I have school, two, I've been playing other games. So this will be the last in the transforming weapons line. So let's get into it. Now the charge blade for the most part is just big boy sword and shield essentially. You got, as you can look on my back, a sword and a shield. Then once you take it out, as you can see, you got a big shield so you can block, and you have a decently good sized sword so you can like swing and whatnot. And I'll show you the combos, why I think that charge blade is broken, and to a certain degree. And believe me, it was worse when this weapon was first released. So let's get to the basics. Alright, so get this started off. First mode is what do you call it, sword and shield mode, where you get sword and shield. So basic combo triangle spam is just 3 and do a big spinning attack that does a lot of damage. So it says decent, better, and hard hitting. Now you have your charge. Now if you notice up at the top by your health, there's a sword icon, a shield icon, and a file icon. We'll get in the other two in a second, but the file icon is what the sword and shield is known for. So then you have your circle. It's a hold and release. So what you would do is you hold circle till your character till it like flashes, then you release it as a quick charge. So you do this, flashes back and forth, and that is combo. And you charge your files quickly with that attack, but the basic combo you need to know with this, if you're trying to charge up files quickly, is circle and triangle. Yeah, that will see you target level 2 files, which is yellow. Then, what you can also, if you need to like be mobile, you can hit any directional like arrow and move with the charge blade. So say if you need to like dodge, I believe you can do this in any like attack. You just hit circle and you'll roll. You need to reposition yourself and just go. Even if you need to roll backwards, you can do it. But usually I'll use this if I'm like in front of a monster and I need to dip out real quickly. But for the most part, now take the special thing about here, I'll just cut that part. Now, there's a new thing with that I haven't talked about yet. I should have talked about it with the heavy bow gun and the shield mod, but I forgot to. It's called guard point. Now, guard points is whenever your shield is directly in front of you, you have a chance to block an attack. So, for instance, with the triangle spam, your final hit will emit a guard point. Oh, hold on, block this. Your final hit will emit a guard point when the shield's right in front of you. Right there. So, if you time it correctly, you can get a guard point out of it, but I probably won't. Yep, my point proven. That one's a little bit more difficult to do, but the other one is right as you're transforming to axe form. So the guard point essentially, it's just right here. And obviously you can, like guard, you just hold R2 to guard, but you're guarding, you cannot move that well, you're very slow. But when you do a guard point, the fastest one is the transformation guard point by every mean. So you see the anticipate attack, you just tap it, unless you miss it like me, because I'm dumb. It's hard to time. Once you get the timing right, you can almost guard point anything if you have the correct skills. Now the other one I can think of right now is when you're coming out of axe mode. When you're coming out of axe mode, it's like your spin combo. It just comes out right in front of you. See, I don't know if I can do that one. I might be able to. I'll try it. This one's a little bit easier to hit, 'cause it's like an original one. No, I didn't think I would. I'm gonna try it one more time. Let me slam the palm with my axe. And do it now. Timing. But I'll get it eventually. Just having some showman's anxiety, I guess. Yeah, right there. There you go. So that's guard points. Now moving on to its next mode, to activate it, which is basically axe mode, you hold guard and hit triangle, and now you're in axe mode. In axe mode, it's like any of the stronger modes, you're really slow, but you hit really hard. So in this case, this is where your files come into play. Now, for the most part, I don't remember if I explained how to get files. You get files by damaging monsters. So let me charge these real quick. So it's full files right now, but you can store more energy all the way to you can't. So basically, yellow gives you 3, red gives you max, and if you overcharge, I don't know if I can do it. Your blade will start glowing, your files will flash, and you'll bounce every hit unless you have Mind's Eye. You'll literally bounce every hit. There's nothing you can do about it. So you have your files charged, and we'll go in axe mode again. So basic combo, you can do a triangle spam, but it's very slow and bulky for the most part. I would not recommend it. But the main staple of this weapon is the circle combo. It's where your files go into play. So you spam circle, and you get file damage when it explodes. The final hit's called a amped elemental discharge, and for the most part, that's what you're going to be spamming. But there's a different version of it. Let me sharpen this. So let me get my files back up so this doesn't go out instantly. Okay. So to activate, there's and if you look at your shield up there by your files, that has a purpose. So to activate, it gives you extra block, and it gives you stun damage to a monster to hit you. It gives you extra attacks with your elemental charge attacks. So the way to activate it is, easy way to activate the the anti-elemental discharge is hit triangle and circle at the same time. You can do it easily without having to do the whole full swing up. So for the most part, to do this, you want to go into anti-elemental discharge quickly, and as the animation go hit R2, and you'll store all your files into your shield. Now you have a red shield charge. Now with this, for one, you'll do stun damage to the monsters if they hit you. It's not much, but it's there. And you can do extra attacks and special stuff. So let me charge my files up one more time. Okay. So, for instance, in sword mode, if you try to do an amped elemental discharge, you will now have a super amped elemental discharge when you do this giant swing over your head, slam it, and release all your files like that. And that is what you like to spam. It's called a SAED spam. You usually see that a lot with stun. We'll get in the file types here in a second. But that's such thing you can do with red shield charge. New to the world is you can, when you charge your files, if you hold triangle during this animation, you can charge your sword. And your sword does extra file damage. I think it's for like 45 seconds. And now your sword has Mind's Eye. So if you have, like I said earlier, unless you have Mind's Eye, this gives it Mind's Eye. So technically, if you overcharge your files, you can still do like hit with this. I would not advise it, because it screws your sharpness tremendously. And the final thing you can do with this, what they added to Iceborne recently is, I don't remember exactly how to activate. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. So you want to go into elemental, act like you're going to elemental discharge, except you want to hit L2. You'll swing it back, and then you have Savage Axe mode, which gives you extra file damage on all of your attacks. which if you spam it with this, it does a lot of damage. And you can just keep spamming that combo over and over, and it does a bunch of damage. Problem is, it drains your files very quickly. So if you want to keep Savage Axe Mode up, what you want to do is you want to keep your files up. Usually you'll lose it. It's as soon as all your files are gone, Savage Axe Mode will stop. So no matter what you do. And also, because I forgot it in the basics, if you want to quickly like do elemental discharge, not from axe mode, you just hit triangle. Oh no, you want to just spam triangle and circle, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And also, if you hit a guard point in any, if you hit any guard point, you can instantly hit follow up with a elemental thing. Super elemental discharge. Now, for the most part, there are, just like Switch Axe, there are different file types. There's only 2 for Charge Blade. So one of them is Power Elemental File, which is, you know, elemental weapons. So it'll be all your elements. They'll pump out files, and Impact File, which will be your stun files. They do a lot of damage and a lot of stun damage if you hit the head. But for this build I'm running right now, it's my Ice Elemental Kajar Charge Blade build, and it's, oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm retarded. Sorry. Messing up here. It's the Safi set. It's close to the same build I use in all my videos, except for I'm starting to get more gems. So I'm starting to tweak some stuff out. So the main thing is Ice Attack level 3. You need to keep that in mind. And Safi Seal, which is going to give you boosted elemental attack. So critical I4, Ice Attack 3, critical boost 3, invade window 3, defense boost 2, blight resistance 2. Attack 1, health boost 1, weakness exploit 1, part breaker 1. You can change that weakness exploit. You put make that level 2 if you actually have a gem for it. Those gems are really hard to get, so have fun. Part breaker level 1, peak performance, heroics, fortify, and resentment. Capacity boost. I'll get into that in a second. Divine blessing, protective polish, critical element that just comes with it, and that's on my mantle. So capacity boost. Capacity boost instead of, because normally a charge blade has 5 files. With capacity boost, it boosts to 6, so that means you'll have extra time on your shield charge. I don't remember exactly how long it was, but you have extra time, and also you'll do more file damage when you do your SAED. Let me get a good angle. We don't die from chip damage. For the most part, if you're running, try to farm Coulter off to get these weapons. This build and at stage 3 or 4, whenever she sheds her coat, will mess her up so bad, especially if you're doing high rank, since this is a master rank weapon. If you just got the high rank weapon, it's still gonna do some damage because it'd do like 300 per file or something like that. It's pretty strong. But master rank, you want to bring this for master rank. Like, it's like mandatory. So let's get on to the gameplay, because I don't have a raw damage charge blade build yet. So see you on the other side. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Insta. Next up, since I talked about it earlier, we'll do the sword and shield. So, peace out.